Madison with Murphy Crochets. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. Today is Friday. It is the 18th, and tomorrow and Sunday are my big festival. It's the Maple Leaf Festival, and I have 499 items. Yes, I know, it bothers me, but it's fine. I'll be making stuff there, so it'll be over 500 anyways. So 499 items, it totals to about $9,200 worth of inventory, which my goal was 10,000. I did not hit that, but I'm still happy with 9,200. I went with about 8,000 last year. Sorry. I had to fix my hair. I didn't fix it, but it's okay. We've got that going. I did a mock setup in my driveway a couple days ago. I will insert footage of that, but wow guys, after that loaded everything into my car, so I've got everything there. I set up tonight, so I'm gonna try to get footage of that. I am so nervous. My sisters are gonna be helping me, and I got my nails painted because I didn't want people to see my nasty nails. So yeah, that's what we've got going on. They're playing, I promise. I'm super excited and super nervous, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so I hate doing this in front of people. I just got my whole tent set up. I'll show you guys. So here's what we have. It's a little bit dark, but it's not gonna be all set up. I'll finish that in the morning and update you then. We're gonna close this up and do that. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday. I have my booth all set up. My sisters are here. They've been helping me. Here is what the booth looks like. We've got all the things here. So I've made one sale so far. It is right around 9 in the morning, and yeah, we'll see how we go from here. It feels like I have sold it because my stuff is still like fully stocked, but I know I've sold so much. Yeah. And then you have look at this.
Well, they took it easier.
Good morning, everybody. So it is Sunday. Yesterday I did well. I'll run down kind of all that stuff with you guys. I have a funny story to tell too. Well, not super funny, but a story. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys my booth for today. I moved things around a little bit, so don't mind like this over here. All that stuff's getting picked up, but this is what it looks like right now. Over here we've got this whole Finding Nemo crew. This is one set with the bag, and then these are all separate. And then we've got these, sale, and then a couple things down there. Over here, I moved these bins around a little bit, but this is all just kind of low price, smaller items, all under 20 bucks. Over here, we've got kind of just random things. And this is like my favorite little basket. Look how cute these are. Okay, well then over here, we've got my hippos, my frogs, other miscellaneous things. Still here. And then we come to out front where we've got keychains. I tried to set out all my Halloween stuff out front so people could see it. And then this. So that is what we've got going on right here. And I will try to update you guys throughout the day or have my sisters take videos if I can. But yes, this is what we have. Okay guys, so Sunday is over. I'm gonna do a little walkthrough of the booth. I started putting things away, so I'll show you that bag. I didn't get any videos today, as you can tell, because there's none right before this, but let me show you what we have left. So here, I've moved things around, of course, as they sold. And this is what we have left. I haven't touched this table at all. I have barely touched this one. And here's what we have left in the bins. Everything here though I took off. So all the sail bin stuff, the Stingray, the like Finding Nemo set, and all of that. My macaw, I still have him. So that is everything that we have left. Overall, I think it was a really great weekend. And yeah, I'll run numbers with you guys here in this video. So stay tuned. Hey guys, it is Monday and I wanted to show you, or well, not necessarily show, but talk to you guys some about how the event went this weekend. It was really good. I actually did worse this year than I did last year, but I still made a lot of money. I am going to go through my little spreadsheets and talk to you guys about what was my best sellers, and then I can kind of break down just the things that were like single things that sold. And then I'll go over prices as well. And then I wanted to talk to you about a couple other things. One, I had a story from my market that was so crazy. And then two, I wanted to tell you guys what I do with my cash from like all my cash sales at the event. And I wanted to show you how I did my spreadsheet this time because this system worked so much better for me than what I've been doing. And I think I'm going to continue doing this. So yeah, I am gonna mark what I want to talk about and we will see you guys from there. Okay, so I just ran through and kind of starred everything that needed starred. I'm just gonna work my way down and then I'll tell you like as I get there which ones sold out fast, which ones didn't sell out as fast, but you get the whole thing. So keychains, I brought 44 and I sold 10, 20, 30, like 35-ish. I tallied here and this didn't work 100% because I would forget a couple times. So that I did sharks, whales, and orcas. I brought 24 of them and sold on here 17, but easily there could have been a couple more. The chunky mushrooms, I brought 7 and sold 7. Those sold out over the course of both days. The themed chunky boys, I brought 9 and sold 7. The only 2 I had left, which was so surprising to me, was 2 sunflower ones. I brought bee themed, strawberry themed, and pumpkin pie themed, and the sunflowers. And the sunflower ones were the ones that like didn't sell, which I was so shocked by. Oh, and let me go back. Keychains I sold for 10. Whales I sold for 8. The chunky boys I sold for 15, and the themed ones I sold for 18. And then oh my gosh, I suck, huh? Okay, the keychains and the whales are all in Perfect Chunky, and the chunky boys and the theme, like all those, the themed and the regular ones, were in Sweet Snuggles Light. So then the tank, the turtle, I brought 20 and they sold out. However, I only have 16 accounted for. So that's 4 that's unaccounted for, whether that is stolen or me not marking it. One or the other, but they sold out either way. I brought 12 of the little frogs from La Cromie, and these actually typically do better than they did this weekend, but I brought 12 of them and sold 4. And I sell those for $8 in Sweet Snuggles Light, and they're pretty decent sized. The Bebe fish, I brought 11 and sold 1. So once I finish those, I probably will not be making them again. The mini stingrays, this was the pattern from Teresa's Crochet Shop, that pattern. I brought 7 of them. I sold them for $12 and they sold out on day 1. Octos, I brought 6 and sold 5. However, these were in my sale bin and I've been trying to get rid of them because they haven't been selling at my shows at all. So I was selling those for $6. Squids, this is the small squid from Plushie Co. Patterns. I brought 4 and sold 3. And I sell those for $16. Shrimps from G Beans Crafty, I brought 8 and sold 6. All the pink ones sold. I had 2 blue ones left. And I sold those for $12 in Parfait Chunky. Baby cows, this is the pattern from Madeline May Co. I brought 7 of those. I sold 4. And the ones that sold were the Highland cows. But the ones that didn't sell were the regular, like, black and white ones, which actually really shocked me. Like, nobody wanted a regular one. And those were in Sweet Snuggles Light, and I sold them for $25. And then I also, for those, I made some of her other animals into that same body style. So, an elephant, a frog, a koala, a goblin, a donkey. The only one of those that didn't sell was the koala. And overall, just that whole body shape, that whole style, like, those sold really well. I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so moving on, leggy frogs. I make these in Sweet Snuggles Light. I brought 6 of them. I sold 4 of them for $14 over the course of both days. The pigs, I brought 8, sold 6. These are made in Sweet Snuggles Light. I sold them for $12, and that was, again, over the course of both days. Mini Loaf Kitty, this is the pattern by Crochet with Bay. I brought 9 and sold 8, and I had 1 of them stolen. Seahorses, I brought 12, sold 2. I was so bummed by this. I make those in Bernat Blanket and sell them for $10, and I was just so shocked that nobody wanted them because they're so cute. Okay, so then dolphins, this is the pattern from AQ Crochet. I brought 9 of them, sold 6. And the blue ones sold out first. And the only other colors I had were pink and purple. So I think they might have done better if I did all of them blue. But the pink and purple ones were really cute. Again, that was Sweet Snuggles Light. I sold those for $16. Snakes, I brought 8, sold 7, and then I had 1 stolen. I sold those for $8. That was a pattern from Blissful Creations. My Cove spiders sold out on day 1. I brought 3 and sold 3 for $18 in Bernat Blanket. My Bobblebees, that is the pattern from Jen's Crafty Creations. Brought 8, sold 6 for $15. I made those in Sweet Snuggles. So they're about yay big. Axolotls, these are ones I've been trying to get rid of, like, every event, and nobody wants them anymore. And I don't know if it's because none of them are pink anymore, because those ones sell. But I mean, they're like this big. It's the Way Crochet pattern, and only 1 of them sold of the 5 I brought for $25. Then I brought Ghosts, which is the pattern from Crochet with Bay. Sold them for $12. I sold 12 of them on the first day, which is all that I brought. Voodoo Dolls, that's a pattern from Cheyenne Crochet. I brought 5 of them, sold 4 for $25. And the people that bought them really, really loved them. Like, they were like, oh, like that. Oh, it was great. I loved it. So I made all of the Nightmare Before Christmas crew. So Oogie, Zero, Jack, and Sally. And all of those sold to different people. Then I did Sam from Trick or Treat. That one sold. I had a Jumbo Coraline, which actually she sold before the show. She's $130. She was about 2 feet tall. And one of my friends messaged me and was like, she's mine. I was like, okay. Then I made a Bluey, which was the Chunk Plush pattern. I sold for $45 in Sweet Snuggles Light. Basically, and then I sold a Wednesday too. and Joy and Scrump and Beetlejuice and Groot. Basically, any character that I made, I sold. Up next, I brought 3 of Patty's teddy bears, which I had a ballerina one, a pumpkin one, and a honeybee one. And the ballerina and the honeybee sold. The pumpkin one did not, which I'm so sad because that one was my favorite, actually. So, oh, my Kiki the Kitty pattern, you guys. I made a dozen of them, sold them for $12, and they sold out in like an hour. Honestly, I think those sold out the fastest for me. And no, I'm not just saying it because it's my pattern. Like, I'm being so serious with you. I was shocked by how many people loved them. Shocked, okay? And then the baby hippos, that's a crochet with bay pattern. I didn't even get to put these out until day 2. I brought 12 of them. And by the way, day 2 is a lot slower. Anyways, I had a dozen of them and sold 11 on day 2. And I came home with 1. It was actually so crazy because the colors that sold was the green, the purple, the pink, the blue, and one other color, I think. Because the 2 gray ones were the only ones left, and I was so shocked. And the gray one is the only one I have left now. And then I made rat charms from the Mischief is the designer, and I didn't even get to put those out until day 2 as well. I brought a dozen of them and sold 6, and I really love that pattern and cannot wait to make more of them because they're so cute. And I believe she is doing a possum one too, which will be even cuter, and I think will sell even better. Okay, couple more things. My mystery boxes, I brought 36 of them, you guys. 36. And they sold out on day 1 with like 3 hours left to go of the event. So I was like selling 6 in an hour. Like every 10 minutes, somebody was buying a mystery box, basically. If you really break it down to that math. Well, then I had my Halloween mystery bags, and I brought 37 of them because the bags that I had got, I bought 36 and they sent me an extra. But I sold 5, 10, 15, 20, almost 25 of them. So that even those did really good. And then the mystery boxes I sold for 12, and the mystery bags I sold for 13 because spooky. So then some of the other things that sold, you guys, were my Jumbo Baby Panda, Madeline Mako. And I told you about Groot, Beetlejuice, Scrump. That was all jumbo, like Sweet Snuggles in the baby body. Wednesday was Madeline Mako's pattern. Sam, Oogie, Zero, Jack, Sally, I already went over those. Those were Maddie's patterns. The Bluey was Chunk Plush. And Bluey sold within like 30 minutes. It was one of the very first sales I made. I made a ballerina. And that was Melly Inspired Crochet's pattern. I sold for $35. Sitting ducks, I had 2 of them. That was Annabelle Crochet Grove's pattern. I sold for $25. A seagull, I sold for $32. That is H&K Crochet's pattern. The long neck birds, which is the swan and a Canadian goose. Also Annabelle Crochet Grove's patterns. I sold 1 of them, and it was the swan, which I was so shocked by because I feel like the goose is so adorable. An Owl Lovey Madeline Mako's pattern, I sold 1. Only brought 1. Manatee, I sold 1. That was Meg's Crochet's pattern. Whale Shark, I sold 1 for $45. And that was AQ Crochet, I believe. Don't quote me. Dwayne the Dragon, $65. Madeline Mako, the Jumbo Alligator, I believe K's Crochet, I sold for $50. The little flower girl, Penelope Petals, I believe is the name. Hi, diaper boy, what's up? Okay, sorry you guys, my son just walked in here. So the llamas, I sold 2 of. That was Knots by Jack's pattern, which I only brought 2. A sparkly elephant, which I've had for quite some time, that finally sold for $20. An alien in a spaceship, crochet by Chelsea, I sold for $26. Really love that one. a pastel fox, that's Madeline Mako, a hummingbird by H&K Crochet, a sitting elephant by Jin's Crafty Creations, the sun baby from Therapy on My Hook, I believe, a small purple mallard, which I sold for $4. I wanted to get rid of it. I've had it forever. It was in my sale bin. The winter giraffe, that was the mini belly giraffe from Madeline Mako with eyes that had snowflakes in them. A dragon fruit, which I did for $35, and I cannot remember who that pattern is by. A small iguana I sold for $25. That was my pattern in Skinny Chenille. One Sabrina the spider of the 3 that I brought all from Jade. I sold one of my possums, which is the mama and baby possum, for $55. Oh, actually, no, just kidding. I sold 2 of those. I sold the small one and the medium-sized one, so the Parfait Chunky and the Sweet Snuggles Light one. One for $55 and one for $65. I sold a little walrus by Chaise de Coton. Please. No, stop. It's a French name, and I cannot pronounce it to save my life. Something like that. I sold for $12. A small axolotl I sold for $16. That was Crochet Grove's pattern. A Groovy Ghost, that was Stitches by Patty's pattern, and it was $16. Hermit Crab, also Stitches by Patty, and it was $18. One of the little lily pad frog pop patterns, Cable and Canvas, I sold one of the 2 that I brought, and I didn't put those out until day 2. Sorry, my nose is itchy. I brought a chameleon, Amigurumi Morgan. I really love making those, and I sold for $16. It was the only one I had left. A flocker from Knots by Jack I sold for $8. And then Arlo the alligator, that was Melly Inspired Crochet, and I sold him for $20. And he was so itty bitty, like he was this big, because I made him in a really, really thin yarn. And then, you guys, the most exciting thing that I sold, it was my Jumbo Mama Spider. This thing was like this big. I made one last year too, but I didn't have babies. And this one was a black, and it had a rainbow body and rainbow legs, and the babies were rainbow, and they were so cute. And it sold for $200, and it was just so cute. I really loved that one, and the girl who got it was so sweet. I loved it. She let me take a picture of her, and she gave me permission to post it. So yes, I loved it so much, and I'm so glad that she got it. And then the one other thing I brought was these little birds that I'm testing right now, and I love that pattern. I made 5 of them. I sold 4 of the 5, and one of them got hijacked. $12. You know, guys, I have never had this much theft at an event. It was so crazy. Like, I felt like things were getting stolen. Like, I had at least 6 items stolen from me this time. And, okay, so here is the one I have to talk about. So this is my story, you guys. I was handling a customer here, right? I had my bins over here that had all my small stuff in it. And there was this customer, and she was bent down, and her friend was standing between her and between me. Well, my sister was sitting back here and could see everything that was going on. And the one that was crouched down, she kept looking back at me and looking at what she had in her hand and looking back at me. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so she keeps looking at me, looking at the thing, looking at me, looking at the thing. Her friend, again, standing right in between us. And she, like, grabs the whale and shoves it in her bag. And then I'm handling with the customer, and my sister goes, "Hey, excuse me, ma'am, I just saw you put that in your bag." And she goes, "What?" Like, so offended, okay? And she was like, "I didn't do that." And then just, like, shakes the bag at her, and then pulled out a different crocheted stuffed animal from, like, a different vendor. She goes, "This is all I have in here." But, like, that was all she did, and then she put it back, and then she came and bought something from me. But like, my sister, clear as day, watched her put it in, and this was, like, in the morning of Saturday, and my sister was marking things, like my second sister was marking things as they were selling, so I know that, like, our tallies hadn't been wrong at that point. Well, then my sister, who saw it happen, and after the girl left, she went and she counted, she goes, yeah, we're missing one. So like clear as day. And like she even said something to her, so it was just so crazy that happened. And then she came back into my booth later, and it was so funny because I had me, my sisters, both of my sisters, my husband, and a friend in there. And as soon as she came in, my sister like taps me, and pretty much all of us just stared at her, and then like just to make sure she didn't steal anything else. And like we weren't rude to her or anything. And so she ends up leaving with her friend. And yeah, so my husband, he ended up going and talking to one of the officers and just told her what happened, and was like, you know, we just want you guys to like look out for her, because like gave her description and was like, we just want you to look out for her because she's doing it to my wife, so she's probably doing it to other people. And the officer was like, are you serious? You know, because like who steals from small businesses? Anyways, that was my story. And anybody else who like, I know there was a couple other things stolen for sure. And I do know my tallies are wrong on a couple things, but yeah, I was just so shocked by the amount of things that actually were stolen from me this weekend. But thankfully, it was all small things. It was nothing to like throw a huge fit over. It's still super discouraging. And if it happens to you guys, I'm really sorry. It happened to me last year with like a larger item because I had my nose itching. I had my payment in the back. So it was like the Z, and at the back of the Z was where you paid. Well, this time I moved it to where I was at the front and I could see my whole booth better instead of people being able to just take stuff off the front table. So yeah, that was my story. And I wanted to show you guys what I do with my cash and then my spreadsheet and how I'm going to make it better. And yeah, that's what I'm going to get to. Hello guys, good morning. Today is Tuesday. I got busy yesterday when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna show you this now. Yeah, I ended up getting busy. So it's now like 5 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. And I wanted to get back to the 2 other things I wanted to show you guys. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is what I use to plan for my markets. This is the market planning book from Jen's Crafty Creations. I really love this little book. I think it's super cute. I have an event log of everything that I've done. I haven't added the maple leaf on here yet. So basically it just lets you do event prep, inventory, and then like a to-do list, supply lists, booth layouts, and event review. Okay, so then this time, for the inventory, let me show you. I didn't have enough space on these lines, and I really didn't want to handwrite it all out after I had just typed it all out. So what I did instead was I made my spreadsheet online, and I have my item, the quantity, so how many of that item I have. I made a sold box where I just tallied or like highlighted through it if it was like when it finished, or if there's just one of it, I just highlighted through it. The price of the item, and then the price if all the items sold. So that is how I did it this time, which actually really worked really well for me. However, it was hard for me to go and find exactly what I needed when I was looking through here. So next time I do this, I will be alphabetizing it. I think that would have made it so much easier. So like here, instead of elephant, I would have just, or instead of baby elephant, I would have just put elephant, and then that would have been in the E's. So that is what I will be doing the next time. But I really enjoyed doing this. I just glued them down into the pages over top of the inventory trackers that were already here, just because I needed more line space. So that is what I do here. I really love this little book. I think it's so cute. And yeah, here is all of the things. I believe you can buy this book on Etsy. So definitely check it out if you're interested in that. If you do markets a lot, I do really enjoy this book. Okay, and then the next thing I wanted to show you guys was, here is what I do with all of my, or I guess not necessarily all, but this is what I do with my cash when I get cash at markets, because I am horrible. I will spend cash like right and left. So it's the 100 envelope saving tracker. Once you have all of it filled, you save $5,050. I seem to be about halfway done-ish. So basically you just find the number and fill it with that amount. So in a couple of them though, like here, I put $100 in slot 93, so I didn't put anything in 7, but I just marked it here, just so that I know that money is in here. It's just not right here. But yeah, this is what I've been doing with my cash. I really enjoy doing this because it's something for me to make sure I'm saving and not spending on unnecessary things. And I got this on TikTok Shop, and like I said, I really like it. And it's getting so thick now, which is so, like, motivating. And I just cannot wait to finish it. So, guys, I think that is all for the video. I just really wanted to show you these things because I haven't really heard many people talk about them. And they're things that I just really enjoy. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to talk about. That was pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you give me a follow, like this video, go and comment something. If you made it to the end, why don't you go and comment this emoji, the little heart, or just a normal red heart. But go leave a comment. I would love to hear your guys' feedback. I had a lot of fun making this video. I think this is my first time actually. Oh no, I did one other market video, but I've been slacking and I want to do better for you guys. So hold me to it. I will be doing better. I'll be trying to do better. I decided I'm going to be focusing on my 2 big markets a year and more focusing on designing, which is super exciting. So like I said, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!